Okay.
Okay, yoga for hips. I think we're going on to Facebook. It's always a delay.
How's your Facebook response been? Do you have many people watching?
Yeah, I think so.
Good.
So
Can you?
actually, we're on Facebook now. We're on. Okay, so we're live. Okay, good. Oh, perfect segue. Okay, good. So we are on Facebook Live. So I have to tell everybody if they are watching on Facebook Live, they're supposed to hit the like button so that we know that they're just liking and not just scrolling through. And if they're watching it, they should be commenting that they're watching it and doing it with us. Was that a good PSA?
Yeah.
All right, speaker view. I got speaker view. All right, I'm going to mute you all and then I'll forget how to mute you all in the end. Okay, we're all good. We're doing hips today, we said.
Yeah, whatever. Yeah.
Okay, hips. Here we go. Mute, mute. Okay. All right, y'all can hear me? Hear me? Good. All right, let's find our mats. And a different view today. Speaker. I see a different view. Well, that's okay. You can hear me, you're muted. We're good. Okay, find your mats. You look a little different. We're all looking at the computer screen. All right, let's close our eyes. We'll do some yoga here. Close your eyes, find your seat on your mat. And as always, we'll begin by taking a big deep breath in through our nose. Opening our mouth, exhale. Again, big breath in through your nose. Open your mouth and exhale. Last time, big breath in, fill up your belly. Feel the air as it enters through your ribs, your chest. Pause at the top. And then emptying your chest, your ribs, your belly. Begin to scan your body. See where you're at this morning. Beginning at the top of your head. Recognizing any areas of tightness, any tension. Seeing where you can soften. Maybe around your eyes, jaw. Drawing your shoulders down and away from your ears. At the same time, you're pressing your sitting bones on into your mat, lifting on up long spine. Belly is pulled in slightly. Notice if your shoulders just crept up, bring them back down again. Now bring awareness to your hands. And notice if you're holding on to your knees or your hands are resting on your thighs. If you can release the tension of what you're holding on to. Maybe spread your fingers really wide, create that space. And then just gently rest them back onto your legs. Bring awareness to your breath. Nice, slow, deep breaths in and out. And bring awareness to your toes and the space between your toes. Spreading your toes really wide, stretching them out. And then just relaxing them down again. Notice what's going on in your mind right now. If your mind is wandering about a to-do list, should have done. See if you can focus on your breath. Gently open your eyes. We're going to start a little differently this morning. We did say we were going to work on hips. So go ahead and stretch your right leg out. You can leave your left leg tucked in. flex that right foot. And if, you know, I should have mentioned earlier, if you have your strap or anything handy, you should always have that handy. If you don't have it, it's okay. If you have your strap, a tie, a scarf, a belt, towel, all got it. All right, we're gonna move that around the ball of your right foot, slight bend in your right knee, and then we're gonna just drop on over. So keeping your spine nice and tall and long, we're just hinging kind of at the hips here. So we're not so much curling, trying to get our nose to touch anything. Feel right along that left side, maybe your lower back. And not locking out your knee. And your foot, your right leg is kind of swung out a little bit to the right. So this is a little different. Keep dropping your chest now down closer towards your thigh. Continue to breathe. Inhale, lift on up. Take that leg, swing it now in front of you. So it's coming right out from your hip socket. That left foot is pressed in. We're going to do the same thing, just falling on over that thigh again. So notice if you feel something different. We're working our way around our different muscles in our back. It's going to help release the tension in our hips. Keep that foot flexed. Keep drawing your shoulders away from your ears. And again, sink your chest closer down towards your thigh. Inhale, lift that up. Bring your right leg in. We're going to stretch that left leg out to an angle. Same thing we did before, just to the other side. Strap. Unlock that knee. And then hinge on over. A little bit more on that right side now. Notice where you're holding tension here, where you don't need to. As easy as that, just let it go. Inhale, lift on up, swing that leg right to the front, and straight out your hip. Take your the sole of your right foot pressing into your thigh. Slight bend, and then again, now let's fall on over that thigh forward. Drawing your shoulders back, keep breathing. We are holding it a little bit longer here. A good 5 breaths or so. Lift on up. Soles of our, you can put that strap down. Soles of your feet come together, or Baddha Konasana. So if you're, they need to open up a little bit, like the pages in a book. You can do that if you can bring them together. Hands to the outsides, around your ankles. Maybe you can use those hands to lift your chest on up. And knees drop on down. Gaze straight ahead, so find your drishti, something fixed right in front of you. Swing that right leg on out, left leg on out. Both feet are flexed. Again, knees unlocked. You can use your hands on your inner thighs. Sit straight on up, shoulders down. Couple breaths here. And now we're going to just hinge at our hips and walking our hands on forward. So maybe where this is where we are, this is fine. Maybe you can walk your hands on down to your arms. You need to really bend your knees. Just work more on the hinging of your hips here. So that's, again, releasing your lower back and the hips. Belly pulls in and shoulders continue to drop on down. You can use your hands kind of to pull yourself, your chest a little bit forward and maybe help with a little bit more technical yoga work. Keep breathing. Inhale, walk yourself on up. Bend our knees here. And our hands pointed behind us. We're going to do windshield wipering here. In and out. Just nice and super slow. And feel all the movements of those hips rolling around there in the socket. And what we're going to do is we're going to end up landing on the right side here. So as you come around to the right, we're going to bring that right leg parallel. So let's say I'm sitting like this. The right leg is parallel to the mat. Right foot is flexed. Staying up nice and tall. If you need to lift yourself on up so your hips are square. And we're going to just walk on over that right shin into a modified pigeon. So some people, if you want to try to do a full pigeon, you would bring your back leg behind you. Or you can just stay like this, whatever you They're all laughing at me. Yes, yeah. Just do a modified pigeon. It's great. It does the same thing. I actually feel like I get a little bit more out of the modified pigeon than I do full pigeon. Especially if you got, I'm trying to move so you can see. Especially if you got wonky knees, you really want to protect that knee. Keep folding it over. You can even bring your hands down, your forehead down to your hands here. You didn't lose video. We're gonna be in these poses for a while. So I feel like, where is she and why is it so quiet? We're staying here. That's intentional. Don't worry, you didn't lose me. Just keep breathing. Inhale, lift on up with your chest and then walk on over to the right. So your chest is actually going to fall on your inner right thigh here. Just going to the side a little, and then we're going to melt down again. Notice where your mind is going. If you can relax your mind and keep your mind relaxed, there's some, I don't know who the they are, but they, whoever it is, says that your emotions are real tied to your hips. So if you have a lot of tightness in your hips, it's because of a lot of emotions that you're holding on to. So if your brain is going and you have a lot going on, apparently there's a connection. And yeah, lift that up. Come back just as we were with our wide-legged and windshield wipering back and forth. Nice and slow. Rolling over your feet. And then next time you come around to the left side, we're going to bring that left shin parallel and scooting yourself up so your hips are square. That left foot is flexed. Inhale. And as you exhale, right on over that left shin. So again, we're going to be here probably a good 10 or so breaths. See if in this position you can practice your Ujjayi breath, which is breathing in through your nose and out through your nose. It's a loud, audible. You're engaging the back of your throat and your whisper muscles in the back. Inhale, lift on up. A little to the left and then drop over that left thigh. Same thing, relax in. We're going to be here a good 5 to 7 breaths on this side. Nice, full, long breath. Inhale, press yourself on up. We're actually from here, we're going to roll onto our backs. All right, take your right leg, cross it on over your left. So your ankle bone passes. And then we're going to lift on up, taking our figure 4. Left leg is flexed. Right foot is flexed. Keeping active. And then maybe using that right elbow to press on in to your thigh there as you pull your left leg on in. Stretch for the IT band. I'm sure you can feel that. And if you want, you can make like little rocks and rolls, just gentle movements side to side, circles. Kind of go with whatever feels good here. And if you find something where there's like this really intense kind of stretch, you can just stay. Breathe into it. So again, another 5 to 7 breaths here on this side. Hips are all about more about taking our time with it. It's not a speed thing. Your next inhale, unwind yourself. Let's stretch our legs nice and long. Take a full body stretch in between here. Really hollow out your belly. Bring both knees on in. Massage in your lower spine. And then we're going to drop our knees back down. Cross your left leg on over. And we're going to take our figure four on the other side. So remember, very important to keep that left foot flexed. So notice here the difference that you're feeling in your left hip compared to your right. We're not comparing, we're just noticing. And do you want stillness? Do you want to move around? Notice as you bring your right leg on in, that intensifies the stretch, the sensations around that hip. Five more of those Ujjayi breaths here. Big breath in through your nose. Through your nose, exhaling. Nice, long, slow breath. See how long you can count your inhales and exhales on your breaths. For example, can you breathe in for 1, 2, 3, pause, and exhale for 3, 2, 1. Maybe you can extend it to a 4 count, a 5 count. Align that leg. Stretch them both long again. Another full body stretch. Bring both knees on in. Another little massage of that lower back. And then take your soles of your feet, our Baddha Konasana here. We started out with this in the beginning. Just notice how it feels now to be lying down on our backs. Really press the soles of your feet into one another and allow your knees to just drop on down. Our inner hips here. Rest your hands on your belly, one on top of the other. Notice your breath breathing in and out, your belly rising and falling. See if you can drop your shoulders all the way down to the ground. Relax your shoulders. So your shoulders make you want to lift up and then rest them down again. And no need to effort. Things that don't need to effort. Bringing your hands to the outside of your thighs. Use them to press them on the hands so our knees are bent. Bring your knees back into your chest. We're going to take happy baby. Our feet come up to the ceiling. We're going to just open up our thighs. Grab the outsides of your shins, the outsides of your feet. And then as you pull down on your feet, you're going to press your feet on up to the ceiling. And really let those thighs fall down to the outside of your torso. And to play around, see how much of your tailbone you can get to meet the ground here. Relax your shoulders again. They don't need to be efforting. If your eyes are closed, notice where your mind is going. Bring it back to the breath. Again, the count of the breath, the Ujjayi breath. You're going to try to connect in each of these poses our Ujjayi breath today. And then grab your 2 of fingers on your right hand. We're going to hook onto our big toe. Keep fingers on our left hand to our left toe. And then just one at a time, opening and stretching each of our legs nice and slow. Play around, go with the breath, maybe make a little pattern on your own. Breath in, stretch, exhale, come in, breath in, stretch, exhale, bring it in. 2 more times on each side. And once you come back to center, you can open up both legs, just see how wide you can stretch them, and then let your arms fall down. So your toes are, your fingers are just gripping your toes, your shoulders are relaxed. All right, bring your feet all the way up to the ceiling. And then just a little bit of baby core here. We're just going to slowly bring our legs down. Put your hands over your sides. All right, big stretch, arms overhead. Right knee comes on in. You can grab a hold of the outside of your shin or underneath your thigh, whichever feels better. I'm just going to make a little circles back and forth with our hips here. And feel that left hip. Put your left hand on your hip too. If you need to bend your knee a little bit that's resting, that's fine. Notice the more that you lengthen it, the more you feel that hip opening. And bring your left knee in and change sides. Same thing, little circles, side to side. All right, both legs long, arms overhead. Now bring both knees on in. We're going to have a little fun here. You're going to bring your hands behind your thighs, and we're going to just kind of propel back and forth, up and down. Little circles, massage your spine. And then come on up to sitting. How's that for your dizziness? All right, from here, we're going to take our Malasana, our deep squat. So however it takes to get there, if you need to roll yourself on over, we're going to come forward. Right foot, left foot, hands in front. Elbows are going to come to the insides of your thighs. Press our hands together. You can really use your elbows as you press them out to help with your thighs again. Sink your hips on down. Find your drishti. Find your breath. Maybe the rolling back and forth kind of took a little bit of wind from you. See if you can find that Ujjayi breath. So breathing in, counting, maybe 1, 2, 3. Pause. Exhale. 3, 2, 1. Again, breath in. Let's go for 4. Inhale. 1, 2, 3, 4. Pause. Exhale. 4, 3, 2. Nice. Bring your hands to your mat. And we're going to slowly bring ourselves on up, lift our hips on up. We're going to leave our head down. So if you're dizzy, don't be down too long. A little forward fold here. Releasing our back. Really bend your knees. And then come on up to stand nice and slow. If you need to use your hands and your thighs to support yourself. And chopped off over there. So we are standing. We're going to now get into our warrior. So our hips should be like really nice and like, ooh, you're probably feeling those things. So let's stop to the get to the back of our mat. We're going to step our right foot forward. We're going to work through all of them. We're going to do 1, 2, warrior 3 today. All right, so warrior 1, right foot is forward. As long as you can get a stance on your mat, we're going to sink that right foot down as close to a 90-degree angle as you can. Your back foot is probably, if we're looking at a clock this way, we're probably looking at about 10, 11 o'clock. Hips are square to the top of your mat. And the back foot is rooted down. So we want to kind of lengthen that back leg, and the back leg is rooted, the outside edge of your back pinky toe into the mat. Lifting up the toes on your front foot and then putting them down so we're not gripping our mat. Arms lift on up, shoulders down. Gaze straight ahead. And find that Ujjayi breath again. Big breath in. Pause. Exhale. Breath in. Pause. Exhale. One more big breath. Pause. Exhale. We're going to open up to warrior 2, so our arms come out, opposite sides. Our back foot is going to spin, so it's parallel to the back of the mat. Check your right knee, your front knee, that it's nudged out, so you should be able to see your big toe and your shoulders. The thing about Zoom is you get a picture of what you're doing, right? So your shoulders should be over your hips here. We don't want to be too far ahead. We don't want to be back. Shoulders right over those hips. Gaze is over that right middle finger. And we breathe. Shoulders relax down. Breath in. Pause. Exhale. Take your left hand, we're going to tuck it right behind our lower back. Front palm is going to spin on up to the ceiling. We're going to take a peaceful warrior here. So right arm reaches on up, keep sinking into your legs, so don't come on up to come down. Stay low in your legs. I know they're probably on fire right now. We're just breathing. Breath in. Breath out. Breath in. And out. Once more. Breathing in. Big full breath. Exhale. Bring your arms down. Spin your foot on in. Let's take a little wide leg stretch here. Hands to your hips. And then just fold on over, hinging at your waist. Then you can drop your hands on down in front of you, whatever you want to do here. So if you want to do some like lateral lunges side to side, stretch out your legs. You're holding those positions for a while. Or you can bring your hands behind you and pull. Let your head hang heavy. Big breath in through your nose. Open your mouth, exhale. Inhale, hands to the top. We're going to press our left hand, find the center of your mat here. Left hand presses in, right arm reaches on up to the ceiling for a little twist. Fingers spread wide, gaze follows. Breath in. Breath out. Breath in. And out. One more big breath in. On your exhale, bring your right hand down, replace it where your left was, lift your left arm all the way up. And 3 big deep Ujjayi breaths here. All the way in. Pausing and exhaling. Inhale, come back to center. Grab your hands with your hips and using that flat back, come all the way up. All right, let's walk our feet on in. Woo, good. Bring your hands to prayer, feet together. We're just gonna take a moment here with our eyes closed. Maybe a clearing breath's in order. So big breath in through your nose. Open your mouth. Return to your normal breath. Notice your heart rate. Notice what your breath is doing. Eyes open, and we're going to get to the back of our mat. We're going to do the other side. I'm just going to, don't do it from this side. The same angle. Yeah, different angle. Different angle for you. Okay, back of the mat. Left leg forward. Back foot is maybe 1, 2 o'clock, somewhere in there. Hips are square again. Check those hips. Left knee nudging out. Arms lift up. Shoulders sink on down. And settle in. So we know we're going to be here for a little while. We're going to use our breath. We're not going to make anything of it. So 3 deep Ujjayi breaths. Inhale for 1, 2, 3. Pause. Exhale, maybe sink a little deeper. 3, 2, 1. Inhale for 1, 2, 3. Pause. Exhale, sink deeper. 1, 2, 3. Last one. Inhale. Pause. Exhale. Inhale, open up to warrior 2 so that back foot is parallel to the mat. Our hips are now open to the side. Arms come out. Gaze over that front middle finger. Look down. Can you see your toe, your big toe? Find 3 Ujjayi breaths here. Find your drishti. Relax your shoulders. Next inhale, bring that right arm tucked back behind your lower back. Left hand flips up, and our peaceful warrior. Reach on up, opening our sides. Again, 3 full Ujjayi breaths. See if you can go for a 4 count. Maybe sinking deeper. Inhale, lower your legs, straighten that front knee, spin your foot in. We're going to do the same thing we did on the other side. This time, if you want to take your hands behind you and take a little arm bind, and we're just going to fold on forward. Inhale, lift that up. So I did promise warrior 3. And so warrior 3 is all about balance. So you can find the center of your mat anywhere that works as long as you got room behind you. We're going to root down our feet. Our feet are right underneath our hips. Stand up tall. Find your mountain. Our shoulders come down by our sides. Fingers spread wide. All right, let's lift your arms on up. Shift your balance all the way onto your right foot. You're gonna bend your left knee and then kick your left leg back. Like you're gonna kick a hole in the wall behind you. Your arms are forward. Pull those shoulders on in. Gaze is right to the top of your mat. Kind of a fun balance. This is where your drishti right in front of you. And if you fall out, just come back in. We're not gonna be here crazy long. Big breath in. All right, come on down. You look good. All right, let's do that again. So set it up. Arms up, sink your shoulders. Bend your right leg, weight shifts over to your left foot. And then just hinge and kick back. Really flex that lifted foot. Lift your hamstring on the lifted foot on up to the ceiling. Soft bend in your standing leg. Inhale, come on up. Let's take a moment, hands to prayer, good job. And close your eyes. Notice if everything got a little warm. Ooh. Heart rate went up. And just slow it down. All right, since we're doing balance, let's do dancer. That's a pretty good one here too. So again, let's find feet rooted down in, lifting up your toes, chest is open. So we're going to externally rotate our shoulders here. Lift your right arm up. Then shift the weight to your right foot as you bend your left leg, and then you're going to catch the inside of your left foot. And then hinge again. Kick back with your left foot. Reach forward with your right arm. And then keep seeing if you can pull that left hip down to square your hips. All right, windmill your arms. Let's change sides. So the left arm comes up. Remember that right arm's externally rotated. Weight shifts to the left foot. Right knee bends. And then just hinge. So if you got to bring your leg out to get it, that's fine. Just bring it. See if you can bring it back and keep those hips square. Picking your foot into your hand. Keep reaching. Breath in. Exhale, come on down. Look at all you flying and dancing. Beautiful. All right. Hands to prayer. Let's take a deep breath in through our nose. Open our mouth, exhale. One more, big breath in. Exhale. I'm going to take pyramid. You all have blocks? Blocks or a book or something handy? No? Okay. Well, if you do, if you have your blocks, great. If not, that's okay. That's okay. I gotta remember to remind everybody these things all the time, but I forget. So if you have your blocks, we're gonna step our foot forward. So we've got about 1.5 feet or so space between our feet. Hips are square. And we're just gonna hinge again right at our hips. You can bring your hands on down to the ground. Sometimes if you have 2 blocks, it's really nice to have 1 block in each hand to help you pull yourself, but it's not. Get yourself on down. Really bend that front knee if you need to access to get it down. And now draw your right hip back. Shoulders pull away from your ears. Big breath in. Through your nose, breath out. I'm going to take 2 more Ujjayi breaths. Breath in. Breath out. Again, breath in. Exhale. Now, if you have that block, you're going to take your left hand to the block. The block is inside of that right foot. We're going to, fingers are pointed, so your middle finger's right at 12 o'clock. Pressing down, take your right hand and bring it to your lower back. And we're going to twist with our thoracic spine, spin our spine and open to the right. Keep that breath. Keep pressing your hand into your spine, your lower back. You can maybe twist a little more. And when you've twisted where you think you can, maybe you want to bring that right arm on up to the ceiling, spreading your fingers wide. Bring your hands on down. Inhale, twist back to center. And then let's come all the way up to standing. Oh, how are we doing? Good? All right, let's get the other side. So maybe scoot that block over. I like to have it just set up so it's there when I need it. And I just put it right on the inside of that left foot. Yeah. Hips are square again, so play around, nice and square. Inhale. Exhale, hinge. Both hands come down to the mat. So maybe you're on tented fingers here. And now draw that left hip back. Keep pulling that left hip back, keep breathing. Next, inhale, bring that right hand to the block. Again, middle fingers forward. Take your left hand right to your lower back and press on in. And as you inhale, twist open to your left. And when you twist it as far as you can go, maybe extend that left arm on up to the ceiling. Maybe your gaze goes up with it. 2 deep, full Ujjayi breath. Inhale, come back to center. Inhale, come on up. Ooh. Ready to hit the mat? You wanted tips, right? Let's come on onto all fours. All fours. So stacking those joints. Last one with our hips here. Let's just do, we usually start out at the beginning with these, right? Our little circles with our hips. So spine is long, gaze ahead. Notice here, like I said, in the past, we usually start with these and things are a little tight. Maybe your hips are rolling a little bit freely, more freely than usual. Change sides. Usually I'm cracking and popping when I do this when I start. It's a miracle. All right, bring it on down. Roll onto your backs, you're there. One more, we're gonna do a nice little spinal twist here. So bring that right leg on and stretch your left leg long. And then drop your leg across your body. See out your right arm. And then your gaze maybe over that right shoulder. Inhale, come back to center. Exhale, left leg comes in, right leg's long. And then we're going to drop that leg and cross our body to the right. Tee out your right arm, or left arm rather. Pulling your belly in as you twist. Inhale, come back to center. Roll knees in. Little rocks and rolls side to side. Bring our legs on down into our Supta Baddha Konasana here for one more time. Soles of our feet together. If you need to lift up that chest again, drop it down. Bring your right arm down by your side. Spin your palm on up to the ceiling. Left arm down by your side, palm on up. Roll your shoulders open and back. Really feel your shoulders open here. Next week we'll do shoulders. Now bring your right leg, the right corner of your mat nice and long. Left leg to the left corner of your mat long. Take a deep breath in through your nose. Open your mouth, exhale. And time to take Shavasana. Go ahead, close your eyes. Really scan in your mind's eye your hips right now. Maybe if you want, even in Shavasana, you can bring your hands to your hips. Just feeling how open, how light, how much space has been created. Notice maybe with all of those wonderful, deeply guided breaths, how the space has been cleared in your mind. Anything you're thinking about was washed out with all of that breath. Stay here for 5 more breaths. Nice, natural breaths. Notice the rise and fall in the belly. Slow and deliberate your breathing in. Begin to wiggle toes, wiggle your fingers. Circles with your wrists and ankles. And then hugging one knee into your chest and then the other. Your eyes closed here, just rocking back and forth, falling onto your right side into fetal position. Then using your left hand, press yourself on a seated position, top of your mat, those eyes closed. Hands come to prayer, heart center. Together, let's take one more nice clearing breath in, breathing in through our nose. Open your mouth, exhale. Hopefully, and a little bit of a clearing of your mind, opening of your hips. Together, let's bring our thumbs to our forehead, and we'll bow and say, Namaste. I never know how to unmute everybody, so if you want to unmute yourselves if you want.
Thanks, Sam.
Thanks, Sam.
Okay. Did that do it for your hips, Sue? Your microphone's off. Oh, your microphone's. Wait, what's your mic? Say again, Sue.
I feel wonderful.
Wonderful. Your hips
Yes.
are good.
Yes. Now I can reach up and get the dust on the fan above me.
All right, so next week we'll do shoulders after you're getting your
Yeah.
All right. Have a good one. Bye,
Yeah,
everybody.
Take care.
Bye.
Thank you, Sam.
You're welcome. See you next week.